Some of y'all may have remembered from way back with the Neo Contra video.
Konami proper would go on to develop all the side-scrollers in-house, but Appaloosa would shoulder the huge, obviously needed responsibility of making these overhead Contra games. The term rocky start is an understatement with Contra Legacy of War. We may have to cover this someday.
Well, the dog kind of issued a new order regarding coverage of Contra. You see, for every good Contra that we cover, we have to cover the bad one next. So, I have in my hot little hands here a copy of Contra Shattered Soldier. That is the one we won't be doing today. Instead, by mandate, we have to do Contra Legacy of War, one of the Appaloosa titles.
Obviously needed.
A brief recap for those who didn't watch the Neo Contra video. Contra has its beginnings back to the NES with, Contra, Super Contra, and the SNES with Contra 3, the Alien Wars. And then from there on, you get a little bit of a gap from not officially made and published Contra games from the Konami team. These two games came out for the PlayStation. You have the one we're talking about, Legacy of War, over here, and C, the Contra Adventure, which by mandate we'll probably have to do after Contra Shattered Soldier. So, these two PlayStation 2 games are official Konami developed. These were developed by a studio named Appaloosa Games. You really gotta watch out for that logo. The internet can back me up on this. These are considered to be not very good. Where do we even start? The graphics? I would actually say aren't that bad for a PlayStation 1 game. What you're seeing here is captured about as close to a native PlayStation 1 experience as I can get in 2023. Playing this through my PlayStation 3 backwards compatibility works surprisingly well. So, all the fire looks great, all the explosions look awesome, the stage design screams Contra. You have your inner city that's going to turmoil. You got your jungle area, and there's all types of differing terrain to get through. So, no qualms about the graphics. Everybody actually is, all the character models are, again, fairly decent for the mid-90s. These clearly mid-90s, FMV sequences, or full motion video, a popular thing back then, are quite awesome to watch. We can't knock the graphics. I've never seen a bad-looking Konami game. The sound quality. Going on to the sound. I won't say move over Simcopter, but we got a contender. And that's putting it lightly. They are quite almost literally one step away from Simcopter. The gunshot sound effects are way too loud. The sound quality itself is kind of muffled and fuzzy, except for the music. The music sounds good, but not exactly the first thing I would want to listen to as music goes. The gameplay. This is awful. This is terrible. As a matter of fact, this is the third game in the Video Game Battalion playlist that I can't beat. And it's not because it's too hard. Contra has always been one of those games that I can, like, play through because it's Contra. It's awesome. It's fast. A lot of action. A lot of bullets on the screen. I'm not feeling it with this one, though. I'm really not. I only managed to get to Stage 2. I kind of didn't beat it. I spent a grand total of probably 4 to 5 hours just making it to Stage 2. The game just kind of felt off to me. For example, the big elephant in the room is taking it from a side-scroller to a 3D. A 3D top-down base game. Now, you think there would be some nod to the classic 2D side-scroller Contra. Maybe they'll do the whole side-scroll in a 3D environment thing. But no. No, that doesn't happen here. It is all top-down. I really hope you liked those top-down levels from Contra 3, because that is all you're getting here. But Konami had the good sense with Contra 3 to significantly alter some of the physics of the game. Also, like, make it directly top-down instead of this weird isometric thing that makes judging distances hard to do. So they tried to shoehorn in all of the classic Contra gameplay elements. You know, you get all your classic upgraded weapons. You get enemies that fly, you get enemies that crawl, you get robotic guns that come up out of the ground. You get it all. But in this not quite 100% top-down view where the ground is skewed like this, where it's like the camera is, if you got the ground right here, the camera is pointed down at what would be a natural camera angle, but it makes distances hard to judge, and man, I mess that up every time. To their credit, though, the controls of this game actually are not that bad. Of course, in hindsight, we can always look back and be like, man, this game would have been awesome as a twin-stick shooter. You know, like Smash TV and basically any other top-down shooter that came out after 2000s started. But again, whenever this game came out, I'm pretty sure it was like 94 or 5 when this came out. Oh. 98. Okay, well, I'll have to take back what I said. The DualShock came out pretty well before 98, so they could have actually made a twin-stick shooter. They could have made this a twin-stick shooter. Alright, well, but there are some good things about the controls of this game. For one, you can lock which way you're facing by pressing one of the shoulder buttons, or R1 or L1 if you're old school. And whenever it's time to start turning again to spray your shots in a 360-degree circle, you press the shoulder button again and you turn freely. I actually don't recommend Contra Legacy of War unless you absolutely have to have all of the Contra items. You can have it and don't play it, I guess? I don't know. But yeah, if you like the atmosphere and ethos of Contra, I suppose go ahead and get it. But yeah, this is not the Contra you always knew.